How big a weekend did it feel last weekend, courtesy of the victory at Norwich and then ultimately Middlesbrough losing to open up the gap that's become?
Yeah, so at half time I was coming in, I heard the announcer say the scores, and Middlesbrough was 1-0 up, obviously. And then, so I didn't really think of that, I was focusing on the game, and then obviously I come off in the 80th minute being 1-0 up. One of the lads told me, said, oh, Middlesbrough are getting beat by Huddersfield, so it lifted my mood a little bit. But yeah, I was more focused on us winning and getting the 3 points away from home. Because
there's been all this talk, admittedly from outside the club, about points gaps going up, going down, Middlesbrough closing in this game and that game. So the fact that it's now 6 points and you have a game in hand, of course, what does that mean to you guys, that the waters are now sort of calmer?
No, I don't think so. I think Hecky said it as well. It's like sometimes it's gonna be close, sometimes the gap's gonna open up, but we just need to focus on ourselves.
What did it mean to you to get that goal? You know, you've done all right recently in the goal scoring stakes, either side of the international break.
Yeah, when I scored, I felt offside at the time, so I did something right. I looked at the linesman, I obviously shouldn't have done that, but I think I've watched it back after and I wasn't offside. So, but the feeling when I scored, it was amazing. I was happy to get on the goal sheet again and keeping my form going.
Yeah, how happy are you with your tally this year?
I think I started off a bit slow. I would like to be higher, but there's nothing I could do about that. So I just got my head down and tried to help the lads as much as I can.
How much did you feel whether, offside? Because I think on the day it depends on which camera angle you looked at that proved it or disproved it. Proved it was onside, obviously.
It was just is what it is. I thought I was offside at the time, but I looked at the lino and he didn't put the flag up, so I started celebrating, and it was a good feeling.
Obviously, Wigan Athletic this weekend and the bank holiday weekend just as a whole, with two significant games in a relatively short space of time. How pivotal do you think that might be in terms of Sheffield United's ambitions?
I think every game from now to the end of the season is massive, but obviously we're focusing on the next one. We're working on stuff to do today in training, so yeah, I think every game's as big as the rest.
Obviously, significant victory at Norwich last weekend. They're a handy team just off the playoff picture. How important is it that you don't take Wigan lightly?
Yeah, the gaffer said this morning that they've lost 2 games under the new manager, so we have to take them seriously, and it'll definitely be a good game.
As a kind of pause for thought, what are kind of the significant lessons you've learnt in senior football playing here?
I think it was the speed. I think I've talked about this a lot, but yeah, it was definitely the speed and the strength of the older men, and yeah, just getting used to what it's like playing men's football.
And do you feel as though you're better equipped to cope with that now? I mean, look, the season's going well, so it's not as if I'm asking a negative question, but just from the lad that made his debut to now?
Yeah, like again, I think I've spoken about this a lot, but yeah, especially from Luton. I think that's obviously my standout game where I've turned it around, and I can deal with it better now. I can deal with the ball much better, and I can do my thing on the ball as well.
And give us an idea as to the sort of conversations had with, say, City, and then obviously with England as they're watching your progress develop here.
Yeah, I had a chat with the England manager just after the game, because I went away. I didn't play as much as I would like to, but he just said, keep going at your club or pitch because you're performing well, so just keep the form going up and focus on the rest of the season. And
what does the national team manager want to see more from you then, so that maybe you are starting a bit more?
One thing the manager always says, Lee Carsley, is if you're scoring, you're going to stay in the team. So I think that's something he likes to see. But I think it's just all around working hard and trying your best for the team.
I know you've obviously played a lot for Sheffield United this season, but just as a kind of a side narrative, it seems as though you and Tommy have helped this team kind of crack on Sunderland onwards, I suppose, just in the way it's happened. Does it feel like that in the middle of the park?
I don't feel like it was just me and Tommy, but I think definitely me and Tommy have found form from Sunderland. Tommy especially has been playing amazing, so yeah, we're trying our best to help the team, and we want to get promoted, so it's our main focus.
Well, clearly it's leading to rueful side glances that you lads can't play at Wembley. You obviously knew straight away, so presumably it's just out of the mind now.
I was obviously, when we beat Blackburn, I was like, oh, I'm going to be able to play in Wembley. I've never played at Wembley before. And then obviously I seen the draw. At the moment I was pretty sad, but I can't really be sad. I just have to go to the game and see who wins.
Well, you never know. Exactly. You might be playing in any case anyway. So, just give us an idea of what it's like to be part of this, knowing full well that promotion to the Premier League, you are part of a squad for whom it is in their own hands.
Yeah, that's the reason I came to Sheffield United. I said it before I joined. I wanted to fight for promotion. So to be doing that now and getting these games, and I'm not going to have an experience like this maybe never again in my career. I don't know. So yeah, it's a good feeling, and I'm up for it.
Does it make you think about maybe what's next beyond this season, or is it just get this season out of the way and see what City want from you?
Yeah, I think you said it right. I'm not really looking at next season right now, and I'm focusing on the league and trying to get as many points as we can.